Otherwise, we'll go for the point where we are going to discuss the same thing whichever we have discussed for the single particle. Now we are going to discuss for n number of particles. Okay. Is any doubt about my teaching or the method, what I follow, or anything else? Whatever you want to ask, you can ask. Okay. If you're not having it out, let us start with the syllabus itself. Okay. Uh, See what we are discussing. We were discussing about the we are having suppose n number of particle. Consider a system of n particle whose masses are say m1, m2, m3, m4, and so on. So the whose position vectors are fixed off. What are the position vectors? Say we can have r1, r2, r3 are the position vector. Already we have discussed this in the last lecture. We have n number of particle with masses m1, m2, m3 up to m4 up to mn. So in this way they have some position vector with respect to some fixed point. Now what may be the fixed point? It may be your origin itself. Okay. So the linear momentum and equation of motion we have to see about those particles. Right. Now actually we have discussed up to this one now. What is Fji? Internal, it is the force internal force acting on the ith particle due to the presence of jth particle. Correct? Yes, anyone remember this
Yes, ma'am.
one? Now, after that, we have found Fi, that is a force acting on a single particle, right? And what will be total F is a summation over I, that is for I running from 1 to up to so on. And rather we know that J is also running for the same terms, because here we are having some difference in the notation. Why? Because we are discussing FJI. FJI means what? The force acting on ith particle due to the presence of jth particle. Right, after that we have written this one also, no? F is equals to Fi E, sorry, Fi is equal to Fie plus summation over J runs from 1 to n, Fji internal. Right, we can write up to n minus 1 also, but the force acting due to itself is a 0, Fii will be 0, so that's why we have written J running from 1 to, and then for total force acting on a whole system is given by summation over I, right? So F is equal to summation over I Fi E, right? Sorry, not it is not EI, Fie plus summation over I as well as J, because I and J both are running for 1 to n. So that's why we can write this summation like this. Okay. Now after this one, the idea is clear. We have discussed this in the last lecture. Now what we have to find out? We have to find out this one, right? What is FJI? It is a mutual interaction between the particles of the system. That means it is nothing but the internal force acting in between the two particles. This interaction obviously will obey the Newton's third law of motion. That is, what is a Newton's third law of motion? To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. You can write down the reason for this step. Fji internal is equals to minus of Fij internal, right? I have given you the example, real life example also. You are friend of some another person, that he or she will also be friend of yourself. So here we can have, we can say that by the Newton's third law of motion. What is a Newton's third law of motion? To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So here, if you are saying Fji is a force acting on ith particle due to the presence of jth particle, right? Because there exists some internal forces also. So it is exactly equal and opposite to the force acting on the jth particle due to the presence of ith particle. Yes, any doubt up to this step?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we can say now Fjj internal will also be equal to 0, because force acting on itself due to the presence of itself will be obviously 0, right? So now we can run the summation and we can find out the result that summation over I, summation over j both are running for 1 to n, and this is what Fji internal, right? We want to find out the value of this term we are discussing. For that one, what we have discussed Newton's third law of motion. With the help of that, Fji is equals to minus Fij, and Fjj is 0, or you can say Fii is 0, force acting on itself due to the presence of the same particle, that will be 0. बराबर ना? और we can say there is no self interacting force, मतलब अपने आप पे कोई force नहीं है, right? So here we are going to now find out the summation, and considering the two conditions, Fjj is 0 as well as Fji is equals to minus of Fij, right? Yes, what do you think? What will be the answer of this one? Okay, let me show you how it works. What I will do first, अगर हमने F11 लिखा है, right? So what will be the next term? It is F21, right? Plus then F31. That means I have fixed out 1. That means I have fixed out I, right? Force acting on first particle due to presence of itself, it is 0. बरोबर ना?
Yes,
Force
ma'am.
acting on first particle due to the presence of second. Force acting on first particle due to the presence of third. Right? In the very similar way, next we have to write down F21 plus F22 plus F3, sorry, F2, 3 plus and so on. Similarly, next term plus F31 plus F32 plus F3, 3 and so on, right? So here you can see these terms are 0, so no need to worry about this. So what we are remaining here is F21, here is F12 should be there, na? 2, 3. Okay, here we should start with F12, na? Sorry, here F12, force acting on second. The second one should be fixed out. Here it should be 3 and here it should be 2. Okay, here we have fixed out the second one. Here it should be 3, 1. Here it is 3, 2 and this 3, 3. Okay. Right, we are fixing the second one because we are going to fix I and we are going to vary the J. Here we have fixed out 1, right? यहाँ पे भी 1 है, यहाँ पे भी 1 है. Here in the second one we have fixed out the 2, correct? So, okay, let me write down once again so that idea will be clear more. So what we have written by F11 plus, right? हमने second one को fix किया है, right? So here F21 plus next term is F31 in such a way. Plus next term, what will be the first one? We are fixing the second one. So 2, here it is F12, next it is F22 plus F2, sorry, F32, because second we have fixed out. Plus next term F1 as it is, we are fixing the third, right? 2, 3 plus next 3, 3. Okay, now the idea is clear. So what are the terms? F11, F22, F33, all are 0. Now here you get F12, here you get F21. But we know the law. What is the law? Newton's third law of motion. Fj is equal to minus of Fij. So what will be the answer of these two? ये दोनों क्या हो जाएंगे? 0 ना? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
0. Yes, in the very similar way, here we have F31, here we have F13, right? So F13 can be replaced by minus of F31. So these two terms will be 0. Again, this term will get cancelled. So in this way, all the terms will get cancelled. Yes or no? समजते सगळ्यांना? At least you can say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt for this step? What we have done, simply we have written the summation in a large format, or we have just expanded the summation so that we can get the result what is actually. So what Fii or Fjj is 0, all others are exactly equal and opposite of one another. F21 will be cancelled with F12, F31 cancelled with F13, F32 cancelled with F32. Okay. So in this way, all will be cancelled. So can I write this as summation over I, summation over j, fji internal will be equal to 0? This whole summation, whatever we are evaluating, ये वाला summation, ये पूरा term 0 होगा.
Ma'am.
So what we remains? So we are going to remains with f is equals to fi external. That means only the external forces acting. क्योंकि internal forces वो एक दूसरे में mismatch होके वो पूरा zero हो गया है, right? So force acting due to internal forces will be zero. So total force acting is only external force, right? So now what we were discussing about, now we have to discuss about the uh, linear momentum now, right? So we have F is equals to P bar dot, right? So F is equal to D, as we are discussing for the n number of particle, so we can write this as force is equal to summation over I Pi bar dot. Okay, P is a notation used for the system, right? That is linear momentum on a system. Pi means what? Linear momentum acting on ith particle. So in this way, if we have written the summation, so Pi means what? Linear momentum acting on first, second, third, and so on, right? So in this way, now we can have, if suppose force is zero, because we are discussing about the conservation of a linear momentum, no? If you remember, we have written one equation. If force is zero, then dp by dt equal to zero, then linear momentum is constant. So here also, if I say force is zero, it means that the summation over I Pi bar dot will also be equal to 0. If force is 0, it means that your external force is 0. Force का meaning क्या है यहाँ पे हमारे यहाँ पे? Force is nothing but your only the external force. There is no internal force. All the forces, internal forces will mismatch with one another and they cancel one another. Right? So total force is 0 means what? Total external force is 0. So we can say summation over a Pi bar dot is 0, which means that P bar dot is 0. बराबर? Hence, it implies P is equal to constant. Yes, P bar dot means what? It is nothing but your dP by dt. So integration of this term with respect to t will give you P is equal to constant. That is, now we can say that for the system of n particles also, if the force is 0, your linear momentum is also constant. आठवत आहे ना सगळ्यांना? For single particle we have written this statement. If you don't remember, just go back to the lecture where you have studied this in the YouTube. You can see those lecture and then again come back here. What we have done here, we have a n number of particles and we are discussing the same thing for n number of particles. Okay. Now let us go for the angular momentum, because after this one we have studied angular momentum and its equation of motion for a single particle. Now we have to discuss the same thing. That is, now we are going to discuss the angular momentum and its equation of a motion. Angular momentum and its equation of motion for n number of particle, right? So we can say this Li is a angular momentum of ith particle of the system, right? This is what angular momentum of ith particle. Okay, just like we have written for force acting on ith particle, here also Li is a angular momentum acting on ith particle. Now we know the formula for the angular momentum. What is the formula? Li is equal to Ri cross Pi bar dot. Right? Sorry, Pi. So let us name it as some equation 1. Now what is your Ri? Ri is a position vector of ith particle. Ri is a position vector of ith particle. Right, in the very similar way, we have Pi. What is Pi? Pi is a linear momentum of ith particle. Okay. So here we have, this is what your angular momentum, which is written Ri cross Pi. What is Ri? Ri is a position vector of ith particle. Pi is a linear momentum of ith particle. Now what we can say about the total angular momentum? L is nothing but summation over I Li. That is angular momentum acting on each particle. If you are going to add them, you will get the angular momentum acting on the whole system. Yes or no? So Ri cross Pi, simply I have written the formula. You can say that using equation 1, okay, or you can say by using our equation 1, by equation 1, we get this result, right? Now we know the formula for the torque. What is the formula for the torque? N is equal to dl by dt, correct? So what is the formula for dl by dt? Here we know the formula for L, that is d by dt of summation over I, Ri cross Pi. Okay. Any doubt up to this steps?
No, ma'am.
Now we have to just find out what is a derivative. So here we should be very careful about finding the derivative, as we are evaluating the cross product is not going to satisfy the commutative property. आठवत है ना सगळ्यांना A cross B is not equal to B cross A. I hope it was a homework for you people. Yes or no? I've told you some of the homework. केलेत का सगळ्यांनी? Why they are not commutative, what is their geometric interpretation, why it is area of a parallelogram, in the 3D it is a volume of a parallelepiped, what is a dot product, what is the geometric interpretation of dot product, from where dot product originate, because it is originated from the projection, right? Projection means savli, right? Hope you have done the homework. So what we have to do, first we have to find out the derivative of the first term, that is Ri bar dot cross Pi bar dot as it, Pi as it is, plus next term. What is the next term? We are going to find out the derivative of the Pi, that is Pi bar dot into Ri as it is. Okay. Now here we can see, now we have to evaluate this. Ri bar dot means what? It is nothing but your velocity Vi cross. Now what is the value of a P? P is nothing but m into V. Linear momentumचा formula आठवते ना? Now here I can write this as mi into vi. Now here there is no cross product, it is simply dot product. Formula for P is m into V, but here it is Pi, so that's why I am written mi into vi, right? Plus now what is the formula for Pi bar dot? This summation as it is. Pi bar dot means what? Here it is mi into vi, it's a dot cross Ri, right? Now, can anyone tell me how you're going to evaluate this one? What is the value of this term?
0.
Studied, right. Why it is 0? Yes, you can explain this. Here you can see this mass is constant term we can take outside, because here we are going to evaluate the cross product. So summation over I, mi will be outside. So we have vi cross vi. We know that a cross a is 0. Why it is 0? Because sine 0 is
Not
0.
nine.
Right. Angle between the same vector, angle between itself is 0, right? So we are remaining with the only second term. So this term is 0, we are remaining with the second term, right? So from where we have started with n bar is equal to dl by dt, which we have found it is equal to summation over I Pi bar dot cross Ri, which we have written as mi Pi dot, right? Now we have the formula of the equation of a motion, right? F is equal to P bar dot, correct? What is F? F is a force acting due to external as well as force acting internal, right? Which is equals to P bar dot, right? We have to evaluate this equation. Okay, let me name it as some equation 2. We want to find out what is Pi bar dot, so that's why I'm using this equation. Okay, so here I want to use this equation so that we can evaluate our equation number 2. Okay, To evaluate this one, what we have to do now, actually this is summation, no? Two summations are there. Now, let me write down this is what summation over I can take outside, and this is fi external plus summation over j fji internal. This summation over I we have taken common. Now what will be pi bar dot? It is nothing but summation over I pi bar dot linear momentum on whole system is equal to linear momentum acting on each and every particle. Barobar? Now this summation can be get cancelled, right? And we can have the resultant as fi external plus summation over j fji internal is equal to pi bar dot. Okay. Now let us go for the formula, right? Because we have got now what is the value of pi bar dot. इसी का value हमें find out करना था ना. Now you can say using this equation 3 in equation 2 we get what we get n bar is equal to the formula we have, no? N bar is equal to, we can have this as summation over I as it is. Now we have to simply write down the value for pi, correct? Yes, no one having a doubt up to this steps?
No, ma'am.
See, equation 2 you have to check it once again whether I have written the correct derivative. Okay, I have evaluated the derivative here. Yes, is it correct? I was thinking कि कोई तो student बोलेगा कि मैडम ये wrong है, but up to the last step no one says this. आहे का डेरिव्हेटिव्ह बरोबर? हा येते सगळ्यांना डेरिव्हेटिव्ह फाइंड आउट करायला. आहेत का सगळे?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Is it correct? Whatever the derivative I have evaluated.
No, ma'am.
What is the problem here? Can you tell me?
Ri cos pi.
Why this is so?
A cross B not equal to B cross A.
Correct. So here we have डेरिवेटिव फर्स्ट टर्म सेकेंड टर्म एज इट इज, राइट? ये सेकेंड टर्म है ना हमारा, तो हम सेकेंड टर्म का डेरिवेटिव यहीं पे लिखना चाहिए ना. आहेत का सगळे? जागे झालेत का? हॉस्टेल स्लीपिंग. Let it be. Very simple mistakes are there, no? You should imagine this. What here I have told you once again that whether it is correct, everyone say doesn't say anything because I don't know what is the problem with you. Here it is Ri bar dot derivative first term, second term as it is, right? Plus Ri as it is, first term as it is, derivative of the second term. Okay, what will be this equation now? This will be here. Ri cross Pi bar dot. Now let us use equation 3 in equation 2. And we get, what we get Ri. Okay, we have found the value of a Pi bar dot. Okay, simply I am writing the value of a Pi bar dot. Okay. Now here you can see I have simply used our equation 3 in our equation 2. Okay, इसका value हमने लिखा है, right? Now you have to just evaluate the cross product summation over I Ri cross Fi external plus Ri cross summation over j Fji internal. So let me name it as some equation 4. Now we have to find out the what is the result of this term, because we know what is Fji. It is nothing but the force acting on ith particle due to presence of jth particle. As we know that we have proved the result that all will be zero. Why? Because F12 will cancel with F21, F11, F22, F33 all are zero. So just like I have shown you just now. Okay, summation मैंने run करके दिखाया था ना, all this will be zero. So whatever the term in cross product with this one will also be zero. If you are going to evaluate this again, it will be equal to 0. Yes. So can I write directly 0 for the second term of this fourth equation? Any problem for this? Okay, so what I remains with then torque n bar is equals to, and we can have the formula for n bar is equal to only Ri cross the external force. Okay, so in this way we have got the formula for the torque. Okay. I hope you remember one result we have proved, that is T2 minus T1 work done formula. Next we have proved the result work done is equal to V1 minus V2. Right, after that we have written T2 minus T1 is equal to V1 minus V2. Then we can say this T2 plus V2 is equals to V1 plus T1. So we can say that the total energy acting on the at a position P2 is equal to total energy at position P1, right? Because the particle is displaced from position say P1 to position P2. So here some amount of a work done is happening. So we can say that the total energy acting on the particle at every point is constant. Yes? So here we have proved this result for a single particle. Now the same result we have to prove for a n number of particles. That is conservation of a total energy for the system of n particle. Conservation of total energy or the system of n number of particles. Okay, let me write down the statement for this one. The internal and external forces acting on the system of particle are conservative. What is given in the statement? We have been provided that internal as well as external forces acting on the system of particle are conservative. What do you mean by conservative? In short, you can say it is constant. That means external force is also constant, internal force is also constant. Then show that. What we have to show that the total energy of the particle is conserved. We have to show that the total energy of the particle is conserved. Okay, let me start with the proof. What we have to do, we have to first write down the formula for the work done for n number of particles, right? So we can say let W be the work done by the internal force acting on the system, then it will be given by work done due to internal force will be given by summation over I running for 1 to n r1 to r2 integration within the limits r1 to r2 fi dri. आदि formula कैसा होता है W is equal to R1 to R2, right? F dr. But here it is not simply F. We are having the forces acting on each and every particle. Fi means what? To force acting on ith particle. Dri means what? The displacement between the two very close position vector. You can say P1 to P2, P2 to P3, P2, P3 to P4, and so on. Okay. Now here, you can say this is what your equation 1. Now what is your Fi? Fi is nothing but the external force plus internal force. Now summation over J running from 1 to n because it is nothing but the force acting on ith particle. J को run करना पड़ेगा, right? फर्स्ट पार्टिकल को फिक्स करना है और उस पर जो फोर्स एग्जिस्ट हो रहा है ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ अदर पार्टिकल, राइट? So let me name it as some equation 2. Now you can say substituting our equation 2 in equation 1, we get substituting our equation 2 in equation 1, we get. Now what is the formula for Fi? Fi is nothing but Fi external plus summation over J Fji internal, and here it is dri as it is. Okay. Yes, any doubt up to these steps?
No, ma'am.
Now what is given to us in the question? External forces are conservative. Okay. What do you mean by external forces and internal forces both are conservative? By the necessary sufficient condition theorem. Okay, I have written one statement for the theorem. If you want to see the proof, you can see in our recommended book, but here only the statement is available. You can go back to the lectures where you can see the statement. Now we have provided that external forces are conservative. Rather, internal, external, both forces are conservative. Then we have the formula that is necessary sufficient condition for the force to be conservative. Fi is equal to minus of del Vi. I think ये भी मैंने किसी को होमवर्क दिया था ना, हाँ आपके ही बैच को दिया था ना. You have to find out what is the geometric interpretation of curl, gradient, why gradient is called the greatest rate of change of function. Yes, whether you have done your homework, what is the geometric interpretation of curl and gradient? Yes, at least you remember I have given you this homework.
Yes, ma'am.
Whether everyone tried to do the homework?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what is the geometric interpretation of gradient? Why it is called greatest rate of change of function or the curve? How it looks like? Why there is need to introduce all these terms? You can say any one answer, whatever you have found from your research. आपने कुछ तो सर्च किया होगा ना about the homework. Okay, let it be. I hope you will do this homework. So what we were discussing is that our total external force is conservative. It means that by necessary sufficient condition theorem, we have the result Fi external is equal to minus dou Vi by dou Ri. So now consider the summation, right? Fi external, because we have to evaluate this equation, right? Name it as some equation number 3. So here we have to evaluate this one, then we will evaluate this term, and then for that we have to find out here what is the value of summation over I r1 to r2 integration of fi external dri, right? Now first we will evaluate the first term of equation 3. Okay, evaluating the first term of our equation number 3, that is summation over I integration r1 to r2 fi external dri is equal to, now I can write the formula summation over I r1 to r2 minus dou vi by dou ri external, right, dri. Okay, now here we know that as it is we have the ri is a position vector, so ri is not depending on any other one, so we can say this integration and derivative is with respect to same term. So can I write this as integration r1 to r2 as it is simply dou vi integration and derivative with respect to same term, so we can write simply dou vi. So here summation over integration of dou vi can be simply vi external within the limits r1 to r2. Now here what is this vi? Vi is a potential energy of a ith particle, right? Vi is a potential energy of ith particle, and as we are discussing this for the external forces, now I can write the formula, that is we are evaluating our equation number 3, right? Equation number 3 का first term है ये, right? Integration r1 to r2 fi external dri is equals to summation over I. Now this is with the negative sign. Why it is with negative sign? Because actually it was a negative sign. Let me write down this negative sign outside. Now again this is a potential energy, so we can say this is what the potential energy acting on the particle from at the position 2 minus at the position 1. Okay, now let me name it as some equation number. It is the next number, you can say this is equation number 4. Okay, in the very similar way we will evaluate the second term of our equation number 3. Okay, now consider the second term of your equation number 3. What is the second term? Summation over I integration r1 to r2. It is about your internal forces, that is Fji internal dri. Okay, now here also we know that the formula, or we can say the law, third law of Newton's third law of motion, that is to every action there is equal and opposite reaction, right? Now this summation over I and j, we can write it as summation over ij in r1 to r2 fji internal dri. Okay, now we can say this fji internal dri. Now if I going to interchange the position of I and j, is there any effect? Because I and j both are running for 1 to n now. So we can say that interchanging the position of I and j in the RHS of our equation number 4. Sorry, equation 4 we have already written. So we can say interchanging I and j for equation number 5, or we can say in the RHS of our equation number 5, we get the result. What we get the result? This is what as it is summation over I, ये term as it is रहेगा, right? It is equal to yes, if I am going to interchange I and j, both I and j are running for the same term, no? 1 to n. So I can have, this is what fij internal. Now if I change here dri is there, no? यहाँ पे dri है तो यहाँ पे क्या आ जाएगा? drj, correct? Now we know the formula, that is to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So Fij I can write it as minus of Fji internal, and this is what Drj, correct? Now you can name it as some equation number 6. Now you can say adding equation number 5 and 6. You can see equation 5 and 6. 5 and 6 का जो LHS है वो same है, correct no? LHS को हमने डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया. We have only interchange the position of I and j in our equation 5 RHS. Correct? You can do it. Why? Because I and j both are running for the same values. Right? क्योंकि हमारे पास n number of particles है. Right? So we can say now adding our equation number 5 with equation number 6. So what we can say? In the LHS, it will be 2 times this summation over I, integration R1 to R2, summation over J, Fji internal dri is equals to this summation over ij as it is, Fji and outside क्या होगा? क्योंकि यहाँ पे आप इक्वेशन नंबर 5 and 6 को देखेंगे तो यहाँ पे Fij और यहाँ पे Fji, right? So we can write Fji, we can take common, and I can write this as dri minus drj. Okay, so we can have Fji dri minus drj. Now what do you mean by dri minus drj? You can have rij means what? The difference between the two position vector ri and rj. That is, ri is a position vector of ith particle, rj is a position vector of jth particle. Rij means what? Ri minus rj. What will be drij? It is very similar, right? Now we can write this as drij, that is summation over I and j and integration r1 to r2 as it is, Fji, and here it is drij. Okay, again what is given to us? The internal forces acting on the system of particle is constant. Okay, given that the internal forces acting on the system are conservative. Okay, again we have the formula for the necessary sufficient condition for the forces to be conservative is that Fji internal is equal to minus del Vji internal, it is equal to minus dou Vji divided by dou Rij internal. Okay, now just put up this formula in the above equation and we can get the result. Okay, let me complete this. What is there? Here we have this summation over I, integration R1 to R2, summation over J, Fji internal dri is equals to दिस इज यहाँ पे 2 टाइम्स था ना, इसको मैंने 1/2 किया यहाँ पे, right? Summation over ij. Now this is what integration r1 to r2. Now simply यहाँ पे जो टर्म है एफ जे आई इंटरनल, उसको हमने रिप्लेस करना है, माइनस डो वी जे आई डिवाइडेड बाय डो आर आई जे internal, and here we have drij as it is, drij. Okay, now again you can say here drij, here is also drij, integration derivative with respect to same term, this 1/2 summation over ij as it is. So again integration r1 to r2, v remains with this dou vj I internal. Okay, now again if you evaluate the integration, we have this is what 1 by the minus 1/2 and summation over ij, we can have simply vji internal in the position vector r1 to r2. Okay, now we can use all these equations. We can say next number you can give. What is the next number we can give for this one? Okay, let us first consider ये internal वाला हमने evaluate किया है, right? This is what your equation number 6, or you can say this is what your equation number 7, right? Now using equation 6 and 7 in our original equation, okay, which one equation we were evaluating? ये equation को हमने solve किया था ना, equation number 3. First we have solved this one, then we have solved this one. Okay, so now using the equation 6 and 7 in our equation number 3, उसी इक्वेशन को हम लोग सॉल्व कर रहे थे ना, इन इक्वेशन 3 we get, okay, what we get, the first one we get it as work done का ही इक्वेशन था ना, work done is minus summation over I vi external, we have got it is within the limit r1 to r2 minus 1/2 summation over I and j vji internal within the limits r1 to r2. Here also you have done the mistake, मैंने v1 minus v2 लिखा, किसी को कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं था यहाँ पे. You should have an objection. ये vi है, vi means what? The potential energy on ith particle, and these are r1 and r2. So you cannot write like this, no? लिहू शकतो. Don't assume that in whatever you have done in your earlier standard, जो टीचर ने लिखा है वो करेक्ट ही है ऐसा मत इमेजिन करो, because every time in every lecture I want to check out whether you are concentrating on this lecture. Okay, so here we got the formula for the work done. This is what the total formula minus summation over I can take outside, and here vi external, right, plus this minus already we have taken outside. This is what summation over I we have taken outside, summation over j vji internal, and within the limit r1 to r2. This is what the formula we have found for the work done. That is, this is what your total potential energy of the system, because it is what the total potential energy of the system, since it is due to external as well as internal potential energy. Okay, is the idea clear? Now we have to prove the result. Result क्या prove करना है हमें? Total energy of the system of particle is constant, just like we have proved for a single particle T1 plus T2, we have proved it is equal to T2 plus V2. Okay, यहाँ पे हमने सिर्फ टोटल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कैलकुलेट किया है, राइट? नाउ वी हैव टू डू फॉर द टोटल काइनेटिक एनर्जी आल्सो, एंड देन वी कैन प्रूव द रिजल्ट. ओके, समजतंय सगळ्यांना?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just be concentrative in our every lecture, whether it is of any subject. Yes, if you are having any doubt related to your seminar, you can ask. Yesterday some of the one student called me about whatever she has a topic of centralizer, and she want to ask something. Yes, are you present here? I just don't remember what you told your name. If you are having any doubt related to your seminar, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave the meeting. सेमिनार रिपोर्ट कैसे तैयार करना है सब मैंने बताया है ना. आपका नाम, रोल नंबर, आपका डेट ऑफ डिलीवरिंग द सेमिनार, सेमिनार टॉपिक लिखना है. एंड आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू गो फॉर द, suppose the topic is continuity, what you have to do, you have to go for the definition of continuity. You have to see different definition of continuity with left hand side, right hand side, then definition in terms of delta and epsilon, then go for the examples, see the geometric interpretation of continuity, go for the finding delta and epsilon for your example, whatever you have chosen. I don't know exactly what she told about her topic. Centralizer was her topic. She want to ask something. I was busy yesterday because of we are having some program in my house. Yes, are you present here? You can want to ask. Anyone want to ask about anything? You can ask. If you're not having any problem, you can leave the meeting. You can join the next lecture. Thank you.